Alrighty, my name is Faith Whithoft, and this is my fifth SDG assignment. We'll be talking about Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which is clean water and sanitation, and the country I chose was Morocco. So what is SDG 6? Well, the objective of it is to, quote, ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. And many small goals need to be achieved to meet this big one, like just access to safe drinking water, access to clean and safe sanitation and hygiene. Just all of those at a basic level need to be achieved. And steady progress has been made all across the world, but truly billions are still underserved in this area, and there's still a lot to be done to provide for these people. So, what does SDG 6 look like in Morocco? Well, so a few statistics. The death rate from unsafe water sources is at 1.5 people per 100,000, and we can see that that has gone down over time, like many of the countries on the list, thankfully. And just some more on the water quality. The share of the population using safely managed drinking water is about 4/5 or 80%, and the share of the population using at least a basic drinking water source is at 92.2%, which has been improving as well. And as far as sanitation and hygiene goes, they're at an 8.4% of safely managed sanitation, which is low, and it hasn't seemed to get much better over the years. So this is an area that Morocco needs to focus on. The death rate, though, per unsafe sanitation, 100,000 people, is at a 0.6, and the share of the population using at least basic sanitation services is at an 87.7, which begs the question, why is that percentage so low about using safely managed sanitation? Well, they definitely need to work on this. In America, though, the statistics are much better, and there's a lot of reasons behind that, which we'll talk about. The drinking water service usage here, this chart kind of shows how much of the population has safely managed drinking water versus no access. And over 95 up to 97.6% have safely managed water, and none have limited or no access. So America is in a good place providing access to all. And sanitation facilities usage, which are safely managed, are 97%, and a death rate attributed to both unsafe water, sanitation, and hygiene out of 100,000 people is at 2.26, which may have to do with the higher population in the US as well, but the share of safely managed drinking water is still up there at 97.6, as we talked about. Still doing very well in America compared to Morocco. But one of the big reasons for that is that historically Morocco has faced many severe droughts, and the water scarcity issues have been a real problem. The US faces less issues with droughts, and they face more problems with sanitation and contamination issues. And they've been able to rely on money to have infrastructure upgrades and water quality regulations to be rid of these contamination issues, whereas Morocco is having to come up with more creative solutions due to the more difficult to manage problems that can't just have money thrown at them, such as water conservation and wastewater reuse even. A larger share of the population faces water stress, but the country has made significant progress over the years to better water quality and accessibility for all. And the US overall is doing especially well tackling SDG 6, with pretty much 100% of America having access to clean water. They're doing great. Improvements can always be made, but both countries are working hard towards this primary goal. So now a couple of brainstorming ideas of global information technologies to support SDG 6. Well, Internet of Things devices and sensors to monitor water quality can upload that data to the cloud and provide analytics to improve water quality in the most efficient and effective ways possible to save money and just improve water quality and accessibility. Artificial intelligence, we can use predictive analytics and AI to predict and estimate the severity of incoming droughts or natural disasters or things that just may make it more difficult to get access to clean and safe water. By doing that, we can ensure that preventative measures are taken to help lessen the effects of this. So, filtration as well. More widely available portable water filtration systems that don't come at such a large upfront cost, like indoor plumbing. Think like a Brita filter or something even smaller. This gives consumers an outlet to have that clean water, especially if they don't have any other options. Also, aluminum sulfate is an option to treat the water, especially in those more underprivileged and poverty stricken areas as well. So there's a lot that we can do to improve upon the water quality and sanitation and getting people what they need. Morocco is doing a good job, and I believe that they can do even better going forward as well. Here are my citations and references. Thank you.